Okay, everyone, welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 41 for December 3rd, 2023. In part 5 of every show, I answer questions from the channel members who are super level members, which means the mid-level. They're not the standard, they're not the ultra, they're kind of in between. This week, we have several questions. I try to answer these in a lightning round style. So let's go ahead and do it, shall we? All right. Number 1, am I a fan of snow days? Obviously, when I was a kid, a snow day meant a dad didn't have to go to school and going outside and playing in the snow. As an adult, do I mind snow days? Well, it depends. When I was an adult in Connecticut, snow days usually meant insane levels of ice, snow, sleet, and junk that I had to walk through. And a lot of the times to be very careful with, because back then I had a severe back injury. One slip falling meant that I could be in the hospital. Okay? Also, back then, I had to walk across a big parking lot to get in and out of my house. Today, I live in Washington State, and there is very little severe inclement weather here. Maybe we get a few snowstorms a year, and usually not more than just a few inches. In the entire 9.5 years I've lived here, I think we've had maybe 3 snowstorms that amounted to like more than just a few inches. And usually it's not a big deal. It's gone within a few days because we don't get it, endlessly. So is it nice to have snow? Of course it is. It's nice to have some snow. It creates a situation where it's beautiful outside. It's holiday themed, right? I like to get snow on Christmas is really nice. So I don't mind it, but at the same time, if it creates a problem, then yeah, it is annoying. But in general, I think that snow out here where I live is not very annoying. When it comes to decorating your tree or your house, are you a fan of colored or all white Christmas lights? Both. I like both. I like a mix. Sometimes I've had themes that were colored. Sometimes I have themes that were winter. I call it Winter Wonderland, where it's kind of like blue or white and silver. So it kind of simulates ice and snow. I've done both. I like both. What is the traditional Christmas meal your family made every year? Some kind of ham, usually like a baked ham with pineapple and a glaze of like brown sugar. And my mom would always make some kind of homemade pasta, whether it was lasagna or manicotti or something like that. And usually some kind of potatoes on the side, traditionally some kind of sweet potatoes. So like baked sweet potato with like butter and maybe some brown sugar or something on top. That would be our traditional Christmas meal. Of course, we had tons of desserts and things as well, but that was the core of the meal. Do you like eggnog for the holidays? Yes. When I was growing up, I had non-alcoholic eggnog that was usually spiced more with, say, like nutmeg and stuff like that, and I thought that was quite good. And then, after that, I liked alcoholic eggnog, which I've had from time to time. Usually I get alcoholic eggnog for my Christmas special, and I very well might do that this year. Were you and your family more likely to put a star or angel on top of your tree? We did both. Some years it would be a star. Some years it would be an angel. Some people would say, oh, well, the angel is more religious. In reality, that's not true. The star on top of a Christmas tree is supposed to be the Star of David, the star that led the 3 wise men to find the baby Jesus when he was in the manger after being born on Christmas night. So that's actually, the star is actually religious too. But what's happened is the star has become less religious over the years, that it's just a generic symbol. And the angel would be more religious. In reality, that's not the case, okay? So we've done both. We've done regular star, multicolored stars, silver, gold stars. Then we had angels sometimes. So it all depends. Okay, I got another question here. Good afternoon, Phil. What kind of Christmas traditions did you grow up with as a child? How'd they change as your family grew up and you moved out to be on your own? So when I was growing up, the house was always fully decorated for Christmas. My mom would do a really amazing job of putting out decorations. Christmas cards would hang on the wall in the front hallway as we received them. Lights, all kinds of things. She had these little porcelain houses that would light up with light bulbs on the inside. The Christmas tree would be blinking. Christmas music would be playing throughout the house. Food. There would always be Christmas snacks like popcorn balls or Hershey's Kisses or the colored wrapper, Reese's peanut butter cups, M&Ms. All kinds. Sometimes she had a thing. There was a petite four tree. We ordered petite fours and put them on the tree and eat them over the course of a couple of days. Man, I could keep going, with the decorations and stuff in the house. As for traditions, the way it would go is that Christmas Eve, all right, we would go to my great aunt and uncle's house, and they would have that family Christmas where we would go there and we'd have a family meal together. It was my family, them, their sons and daughters, which was multiple levels of the family all together, and the basically the grandparents from the other side of the family who weren't my grandparents, but the grandparents of the other side. So there's a lot of people. I would say all in all, our Christmas gathering would always be like 20 or more people at once in a house. And we would have food and some drinks. Of course, not the kids, but the adults. And of course, Christmas presents would be exchanged on Christmas Eve. Then the next day, we'd have the real Christmas at home, which was obviously us getting all of our presents from Santa, which was really just my parents, of course. And have like a Christmas breakfast and a Christmas dinner. Sometimes relatives would come to visit us that day. Now, at some point, whether it was Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or whatever, we'd also go to church. But I remember always being different. Sometimes we would do like a Christmas Eve. Sometimes we would do Christmas Eve. Sometimes we would do Christmas Day. It would depend on the timing of the Mass and stuff like that. But usually we would go to church one of those days as well because I was raised as a Roman Catholic, okay? I could go on endlessly about this, but obviously we have a show to do. But that was our typical traditions of those days. Now, how did that change as my family grew up and we moved on to live on my own? Basically, my family had a falling out. Now, I was too young. I had nothing to do with it. But I guess it was around my teen years, a lot of my family stopped talking to each other. So we stopped getting together for Christmas. Sometimes we would go over individual houses, but there was no longer a central get-together at my great-aunt and uncle's house. And I was kind of sad, admittedly, because as I was growing up, it probably would have been nice to enjoy it as an adult rather than just as a kid, to see my other, cousins and whatever grow up and see their families. Now, I'm not even kidding you. I have absolutely no interaction with any of them for the greater part of 10 to 15 years. I haven't even seen many or any of them. They just moved on with their lives. Everyone moved away, doesn't really talk to each other anymore, which is really sad. Basically what ended up happening was now, because we're not going over there, my family wanted a new Christmas tradition. And one year, we're watching A Christmas Story, which is one of my dad's favorite movies of all time. And during that movie, there's a big disaster where these hounds from next door invade their house and destroy their Christmas dinner. So they end up going to get Chinese food on Christmas Day because it's the only restaurants that are open because the Chinese restaurants don't celebrate Christmas, so they're open for normal business. And my parents one year said, well, we can't go to the great aunt's house anymore, great uncle's house, because there's no celebration. Why don't we just go out and get Chinese food on Christmas Eve, just as a joke, And we did, and it became a yearly tradition. And literally, we did it every year. We would go to a Chinese restaurant somewhere and eat that kind of food on Christmas Eve. And it actually carried over since I've lived here. Every Christmas Eve, I get Chinese food with my wife. We go to a Chinese restaurant, we order out, or I go pick it up, and we have a Chinese. It sucks because we actually used to go to the restaurant, but since COVID, a lot of these restaurants only do delivery, or they just don't do the dine-in around Christmas anymore. So we can't even go and eat in person, but we usually get some kind of a take-home Chinese meal. So there you go. That's what's carried over since I've been an adult. Another question. I wish to ask you what you think of your regular streams of games like Call of Duty and Street Fighter, whether you'd be interested in splitting them between other chill games like a double feature. We could suggest popular games via community or the forums. I'm not sure what you mean. When I do a multiplayer stream, for example, Street Fighter or Call of Duty, and I played like 2-hour streams at night or 3 hours, I feel like that's enough to get a good helping of multiplayer. Like if you were to say to me, hey, would you play an hour of Street Fighter and an hour of something else? I'd be like, I don't feel like that's enough to get into it. Like with Street Fighter particularly, sometimes it can take you upwards of a half an hour to get warmed up and actually start playing at a better level. So no, I don't think like doing a stream, oh, tonight I'm going to play 3 different games for an hour each. I actually don't really see the value in that. I prefer having more dedicated streams so I can get into the game that I'm playing. A lot of times, even the night streams of 2 hours, I don't feel is enough. And I feel a little disappointed that I didn't have extra time to go on. Now, if you're saying just in general, would I ever do community nights where people could vote what they want to see me play on a particular night? Maybe that's something to consider in the new year. Maybe we could say, hey, maybe once a night there's a community night, and the viewers will vote on what game or game content they want to see during that late night stream. And that could be something that we do. That I would maybe consider, if that's what you're getting at. I'm not exactly sure if that's what you're getting at here or not, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. Okay? Fair enough? All right. That's the questions. Let's continue on. Let's watch 1 or 2 more videos from the playlist, and then maybe I'll do is hit randomize again and see if we can get them reshuffled. Okay? Here we go. Let's see what's next.
After 6 months of long hard work, our team of scientists at Wilson Diesel Industries have successfully innovated the world's first fully remote-controlled tank.
I could barely even hear what this guy said. I remote-controlled a 56-ton tank, and now it's unstoppable. Is this not Whistling Diesel? Does this not sound exactly like the sensationalist video that the guy before was saying is bad, right? So here's a completely pre-produced, not genuine, not original, something that took me ages to do, only because I had a giant budget and a giant team of people working on it. Video manufactured just for money 5 days ago, 3.3 million views. Right? I'll watch a few seconds of it. Let's see what it is.
No, I got guys in there right now.
Okay, I'm already done. It's complete bullshit, and I'm done with it. Let's see what the next video is.
Oh, Max, I heard there's a song about me. Why don't you put it on? I'm curious to hear
No,
it.
no.
I don't think you're going to want to hear it.
Max, just put it on. Put the song on.
It's not very nice.
Max,
Are you sure?
put it on.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
That's me.
You're a fugly piece of shit.
What?
You bring bendy straws to bathrooms cause you like the taste of piss, Mr. Grinch.
No, I don't. Max?
I wouldn't suck your dick if it was dipped in honey and could cure cancer.
Jesus Christ, who wrote this? Who wrote this song, Max?
Also, you have no dick.
Stop the song.
I can't.
Max,
No, I can't.
just stop the song. Hit stop.
Broken.
It's broken.
What's broken?
Jammed. I don't know what you want me to do.
Just, turn it down.
I'm a dog.
Max.
You're a dipshit, Mr. Grinch.
Okay.
Even babies want you dead.
Whoa.
Wow.
You've never brought home a woman because you're scared you'll wet the bed, Mr. Grinch.
I wish they weren't so good at rhyming.
The
I wish they weren't so good at rhyming.
words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: bitch,
I'm not.
dumpster, bitch.
No. This is not how it goes. I knew they changed it.
That's
but
not how it goes. I knew they changed it, but oh my god.
I thought it'd be like a key change or maybe like a solo or something, but this is degrading. This hurts.
Pretty detailed, yeah.
What happened to the alligator part? I actually liked that part. It was kind of
Oh,
funny.
it's a crocodile.
No, it was an
No, it's
alligator.
crocodile.
There's a crocodile.
Was
A
it a
seasick
crocodile?
crocodile,
Yeah,
remember.
seasick crocodile.
Yep.
Oh,
You're poor, Mr.
Oh
Grinch.
no.
they didn't leave a stone unturned.
You can't afford the bus.
Lower middle class,
You're
maybe.
deathly allergic to tree nuts, and your exact address is this, Mr.
Ah,
Grinch.
dox him.
No. I don't.
1482 Mount Crumpet Boulevard,
Holy shit.
Whoville, Michigan.
That's my address. What are you gonna do?
I mailed your bitch ass a bag of nuts.
This
A bag of what? I didn't hear what he said there. Cut off. This is pretty funny.
is a song that kids sing? Every year they sing this.
Yes.
Like around the Christmas tree. A song that says bitch. It has said bitch like 3 times.
Yeah, that's too much, yeah.
They know I gave the presents back, right? Like at the end of the movie, I gave them back. I'm a good guy now. I go to church.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, there's the solo. Yeah, actually a really cool solo.
Wow.
Shame about the rest of the song.
It's just a dress that you are inbred,
I'm fucked.
Mr. Grinch.
This feels bad.
You don't know how to read.
Wow.
Really bad.
I cannot stress enough how much you love to suck down pee, Mr. Grinch. According to an anonymous poll with a sample size of over 3,000 Who's who were asked to rank you on a scale from 1 to 100
Mr. Grinch?
based on traits such as likability, general odor, and physical attraction.
Oh no.
The highest number we got was 3.
What's wrong, Mr. Grinch?
You ever feel like no matter how hard you try, people will always see you as your past self, just as this one thing, one unchangeable thing?
Like a dog?
I guess no matter what, I'll always be a big green monster.
I thought you were gray.
No, I'm green.
I thought you were gray. Oh, because he's a dog. He's colorblind. Get it? I thought you were gray.
You didn't know that? Oh, dog. That's right.
I love you, Mr. Grinch.
I love you too, Max.
And then he jumps off the cliff.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No? That's it. It doesn't end. It doesn't end in tragedy. I thought he was gonna jump off the cliff. Oh my god. Damn. Well, that was pretty darn brutal, admittedly. Holy shit. They absolutely destroyed him. I thought he was gonna jump off the cliff. He didn't do it at least. Thank God. Oh my god. Alright. I say, should we re-randomize the playlist? Since now we've been watching them in order, I think we should re-randomize the playlist. Hold on. In order to do that, because this app is so screwed up, I think what I got to do is I got to back out, close the playlist, back out again, go back into the playlist, and then hit shuffle. It's going to play the same video. I'm not even kidding you. So that's no good. So we got to back out of the playlist again. We got to hit the playlist again. We got to hit shuffle. Okay, now it's doing something different. Okay. No, wait. No! It went right back to the one we already saw. Oh, my God. It literally went back to the same one we saw. If we go to the next one, yeah, it's doing the same videos. God damn it. All right, hold on. We got to do this again. Close the player. Back out. Go back to the playlist. Hit shuffle. Hit play. Now it's the Kevin McAllister one we already saw. Oh, my... This random select, it's not. It's bullshit. That's the problem. It's not random select. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to watch the Fallout trailer. For God's sakes, I want to watch it. I want to be sure that one got in today. So we're just going to watch the Fallout trailer. If I can find it. I know someone nominated it. Here it is. Okay. We're going to watch the Fallout trailer. I'll do my live react to the Fallout television show trailer. This was just released yesterday, and people were very interested to see me live react to it, so I'm going to live react to it right now for you guys. And then after that, what we'll do is we'll just continue on from, I guess, where this is. We'll see. Okay? Ready? Here we go. The new Fallout television series trailer. Let's see what I think. The vault looks interesting. It looks more, actually looks more realistic than in the game.
I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Mercy!
Did you say Mercy? I guess her name is Mercy. That's what I heard, like, stop Mercy. I think that's what they called her. The vault looks good, right? And now you see the death right outside. So just taking a look at this scene, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Of course, it's all computer generated. This reminds me of one of the Fallout DLCs where you go to the amusement park on the water. I can't remember which one it was. Remember there was an amusement park on the water. It was all like games that were broken down, shops that were broken down, a hotel. Can't remember which one that was. Oh, it's Lucy? People are saying Lucy, not Mercy. Her name's Lucy. Oh, okay. I thought they said Mercy. Okay.
Need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
There's a rad roach. Pretty interesting computer-generated rad roach.
I do not think you would be willing
Far
to
Harbor. That was the DLC. Far Harbor.
to
Yep.
survive up here. If you insist on staying.
Look who it is. It's the creepy-ass actor from Lost. Remember him? Originally, you thought he was a villain, and then later on it was revealed he was just another one of the survivors, but he was, like, being conditioned to do things to the other ones. I remember. He's a creepy actor. He's a good actor, though. But he's a creepy actor, so I wonder who he's going to play. Simon was his name in Lost. I wonder what character he's actually playing in the show. That's going to add to it, in my opinion. Oh, Ben? Ben was his name? Yeah, like, that's where I first knew him from Lost. And I think he's gonna really add to the show a lot.
Then you will have to adapt.
Oh, God. Dog eating a rad roach.
Uh-huh.
From her reactions, what you can assume is that in that vault, they didn't say shit about what really was going on outside. That they were told there was going to be some promised land after like 300-400 years, however long they told them to stay in the vaults, right? So when she chooses to leave, this is like shocking as shit to her that they didn't tell her anything. Now here we have our vertibird, which obviously is fake. That's computer generated vertibirds. Your cabins. So this is obviously Brotherhood, right? It's got to be the Brotherhood in their vertibirds. Yep, there's the Brotherhood of Steel metal suit. Dog meat with a human hand. Computer generated suits, which are gonna suck. Oh, look at that. Ah, oh, crap. Go back. I wanted to see that. I want to freeze frame that at the vault.
Tomorrow, so they say, will be
no, not yet.
Lovely day.
So this is supposed to be what it's like inside of a vault. Vault 33. I see that now. It says 33 on the wall. And as you can see, it looks like they have like they're growing like a hydroponic situation where they're growing their own crops indoors. And it's kind of a simulation of a farm. Take a look. Like, it actually looks like a farm, but grown indoors. Right? That's kind of interesting. But it does a good job. Those look like the actual levels from the vault, as in, like, Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. It looks really good. It's really close. So they did a good job there with the sets. A guy fell, and he screams. What the hell happened there? I don't even know what that was. So that kind of looked like Megaton, did it not? Crap. I wish that this thing would allow you to just go back less than that. That totally looks kind of like Megaton, except I don't know if it's Megaton. I guess we'll know if there's a giant nuclear bomb in the middle of it that's not detonated. But it could be Megaton, right? This is cool. So he's supposed to be a ghoul, and obviously they can't have a real practical makeup do it, because they'd have to rip the dude's nose off, right? But I think they did it, at least for as good. That's as best as they're gonna do, making a ghoul not have a nose. You know what I mean? So that's cool that there's gonna be ghouls in it. Obviously, looks pretty darn good. Look at this. There he is, and it looks like he's shooting people. Kind of Mad Max-esque almost, right? Damn. Ew, this guy only has one eye. Did you notice that? This dude only has one eye. Why does he only have one eye? What the hell is that? So maybe not everything will be taken from the games, because there's no one-eyed leaders of the vault in the games, right? Huh.
I grabbed a moldy one.
That's cool. They got Mr. Handy right there. So here's the Brotherhood. Oh, a mutant bear. I forget what they're called. They're like, it's in a freaking different language, right? Yongguai, they're called, or something like that. So that's in it. That's cool. The mutated bears. That's really cool. A mutated monster plant, right? Yaoguai. That's what they're called. Yaoguai. That's cool. A mutated plant. Look how creepy that looks. Oh my god. Ew, she had a fork sticking out of her eye. Did you see that? The woman had a fork sticking out of her eye. Ugh. Oh, that was the ghoul before he became a ghoul. Look at that. That's him before he changed. And there's the bombs dropping. Yep. That destroyed the world, supposedly. Damn. I will say this, my one disappointment is that they're not using "I don't want to set the world on fire," because I think that's perfect for Fallout, which is why they used it in Fallout 3. They didn't use that song. They used this other song, right? But still, it does. Let me put it this way. It's promising. And the reason that's promising is because it's using a lot that seems to be right in line with what's from the games. But it's its own plot line. And that's the best part. They now have original characters and a story that's different from the games. So if they veer from the plot, it doesn't feel like they're ruining the games, because they're not doing the plot of the games. With The Last of Us Part 1, right? The show is literally The Last of Us Part 1. And every time they changed it, it felt off. In fact, the parts that were accurate to the game felt dead on good, but when they wanted to be artistic and creative and change it, it felt like they messed it up. In this case, I think because they're doing their own plot and their own new characters and things, that it could be really good. So I'm actually, after watching that trailer, I feel kind of positive about it. Now, maybe it's because I like Fallout a lot. Maybe I'm getting overexcited, but I actually think the looks of the show looks pretty good. I guess we'll have to see when it finally comes out, but I'm feeling very good about that. Okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say goodbye for now, but the final part is next for this week. This has been a great week. Great holiday-themed stuff. I'm very happy I got to react to the Fallout trailer. We got one more part coming, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you in part 6 of DSP versus the Internet.